by trade. I won't see you in 8 years. Like, we have no involvement at all.
Force everybody to come over here.
Yeah, everyone just, it's like a giant part. Like, we turned the White House into a swinger house. With keys. Like, I'm like, as soon as Trump comes in, I'm like, you gotta throw your keys in there and let's pass your wife around.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I went there. No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I went there.
I wanted to bring up the topic about the, and I know this is gonna anger people, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Disney Plus. Just two things. Recently, I think it was yesterday or today, they came out that Disney Plus actually got hacked for thousands of passwords that got stolen from the database, and I guess they're being resold online by corporations.
By corporations.
I don't know if it's a corporation or by like people who are just saying, "Hey, you want to buy a password for?"
See, like, when people have the power to hack into things,
to make money.
To me, like, if I'm a hacker, I am not hitting up your computer, right? Because you went on Pornhub or whatever it is, right? And be like, oh, like, I'm gonna lock all your pictures, like. Literally, just to cause crazy madness, like, I'm going straight to the student loans. I'm erasing everything and being like, could you imagine, like, they're like, the government wakes up tomorrow and they're like, oh man, we got all that money coming. Wait, what happened? What? And, right, like, the thing that makes it all right is that not only do you hack it, but you send everyone emails. So when they're like, listen, like, Tony, you guys owe $22,000. Like, no, man, I got this email from you guys that says it's $0.
Yeah, we're blanked out.
Like, anonymous. That's all I'm saying. That's what's
hint, anonymous, if you're listening, watching, because every time that you say anonymous, it comes up on the word filter for Facebook. So, you'd be into that. But, great idea. It is a great idea. It would help so many people out. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Like,
but it would make the government go broke, which we're already trillions of dollars in debt.
You're already you're already taking out of my pocket.
I know, man. I know. Number two. If you guys haven't watched Disney Plus, it's a shameless plug, not a sponsor.
They need it at this point.
They need something. I don't know. Have you guys watched The Mandalorian? What do you happen to think? I actually just got into a conversation with a guy from, his name is Glenn Malone. He's from the Head Nerds in Charge over at the nerd something. Oh my gosh, I wish I had a better some kind of good.
Is it a website or a podcast?
Well, he has a podcast. He has a group page.
Let's be honest.
Called Head Nerds in Charge.
Let's be honest.
HNIC.
We're not going to start talking about him unless if he's over in the chat.
No. Well, I just talked to... He was in the chat.
Okay.
And I was also... or not necessarily. I was... he just had his, 5-minute podcast, and I was...
tinkering.
Talking back and forth with him. But Mandalorian... Here's my thought process. Just watch it. I mean, it's average at best. I'm going to say average. Just average. I know you're going to hate this.
You guys literally were drooling the other day, and I had to bring the mop out.
I'll admit it. I cheated. I didn't get Disney Plus yet, but I've been seeing snippets and clips on YouTube and this and that and everything.
Okay.
And the special effects, good.
Special effects are great.
Are great.
Easter eggs throughout the show.
A lot of Easter eggs throughout the show.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Easter eggs. You know what I'm not okay with? Shitty acting.
That's what the whole series is about. Huh? There's 9 movies that have shitty acting in it.
No, I mean there's definitely points in the show where it's just like you're just bored and you're watching, and it's not to say that it has to have a lot of action. It doesn't have to, but things get strung along throughout the show.
Oh wow!
That's the plot. That's not acting.
That sounds like?
I know.
You know what that sounds like? The Star Wars trilogies. That's what that's. You're explaining the Star Wars trilogies to me.
It's very Star Wars-ish.
When you're telling me that, I can see boring.
It is based on Star Wars, so it better be Star Wars.
No. I know. But I'm just saying that, and this is gonna hurt some people's areas of Star Wars fandom. The show is good. I'm not saying it's bad.
I'm sorry. Wait, before you say anything, right? And I just know that fans absolutely hate this character.
Love.
No. Listen to me. No. What I'm saying, right, is that if this show, what is it? The Mandalorian. If the show The Mandalorian doesn't have like Ryan Reynolds when he went back and killed Deadpool in the shitty X-Men movie, if Yoda doesn't go back and kill Jar Jar Binks, I don't want to hear anything about it.
Wow.
I want him to go back and take out Jar Jar. They hate Jar Jar. They hate Jar Jar. And if Yoda goes back and ends Jar Jar Binks...
but Jar Jar has a weird following too, man. I can't even say that he doesn't. Yeah, he does.
What's going to happen when the last Star Wars movie comes out and it's not the Emperor sitting in the chair, but it's Jar Jar? That's
my
one of the
head will
big.
Explode. My golly,
that's one of the big. That is one of deep fans' biggest things. It's like this whole time it was Jar Jar that's been manipulating everything.
Yeah. Well, you see people blowing up about the series so far. So like the first episode was good. I thought it was a good capture episode. It didn't really give a lot of backstory. It didn't really, enhance the character from the Mandalorian, where he's a relatable character. The second gives a tiny bit of backstory, but doesn't really. It just moves, and it moves slowly.
See, there's realists like me in Star Wars that understand the series. And then there's fanboys like you guys that have these.
No, I'm not even a fanboy. I'm not a fanboy of Star Wars.
And they're just like, oh, it's Star Wars. This is great.
That's why I'm saying this is just average.
Why would you go and do a prequel after you've already dealt with him kissing his sister? You're going to have to deal with that again.
Tongue punching his sister.
Right? Tongue punching his sister. And you got to go through that again. Like, you just continue on from where the story left off at the movies. Go forward. Don't go backwards, is what I'm saying.
But the sequels is going to go back in time again, though. It's going to go back even farther. The next three movies, from what the story is right now, they're going to go 1,000 years.
Are they going to have the brother and sister as a flashback at some point? Because that's going to be awkward.
No.
You were just so invested in incest.
When it comes to Star Wars, it's what it's based on. Like, I don't understand.
What it's based
Star Wars is not based on incest.
So you don't think
that storyline was based on incest?
It's the only thing you're hung up on.
There's nothing weird about a guy watching his wife kiss her brother and then marrying her and having kids. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Like, you don't have listen, as a married man, you would not have a problem with your woman, your wife kissing another man. You'd have a problem if it was just another man. Now not only is that other man another man, but that other man is her brother too. No, you have no problem with that. That's cool. You're a Star Wars fan, so you accept that. Right? Is that where this is
going with this?
That's what I'm saying. That guy marries her, doesn't he?
No.
Yes, he does. He does. Will marry Princess Leia,
and he watches them kiss.
He watched Leia play it.
No, that is not the timeline, bro.
He didn't know. It's okay.
It is not the time. What timeline are you going based off of?
My man Sparky is an aficionado. He has the kissing bobbleheads.
We just got some today.
See?
You guys kissing bobbleheads today?
Yes. No, we got bobbleheads. They didn't know they were brother and sister. It's okay.
They really didn't know they were brother and sister.
They have like the kissing. Okay. Oh, that makes it all right then.
The two people just got married over in another country. They didn't know they were brother and sister. Had kids.
So when it happens in
So would it be double as weird if they had children?
So when it happens in Sons of Anarchy, it's okay? When he was about to kiss his sister, no one had a weird.
I mean, that's Sons of Anarchy.
But he didn't know that was his sister though. So that justifies it. He could have
okay.
He could have tongue punched her and laid her down, right? As long as he doesn't know, right?
And he didn't kiss her; she kissed him.
Yeah,
that's true.
Technically,
okay, all right. Yeah, blame it on the woman. Okay? Blame it on the woman. Sure, blame it on her.
Anyways, to break you off
Doesn't
your
sound
little
sexist
to
at
break
all.
you off your tangent,
I'm
right,
just-
of the incestual Star Wars realm.
I don't get how you guys get past it.
One part of the story.
It's like it's the first movie. It's like the first.
It's the second one.
The
But
second movie.
It's actually like the fourth or the fifth in the series, right? Because the first three are like 4, 5, and 6, and then the second three are 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But they don't explain how you get from 3 to 4 because you jump to 7, right? Then you go backwards because now we go backwards and we have a Baby Yoda.
Look, the whole
I mean, I'm lost, dude. This is time
that's
travel.
not Baby Yoda.
What is it? Is it?
God.
It's the same.
It's a creation.
It's the same species,
Wait,
but
Yoda's
not Yoda.
piping. Yoda's piping at that age. Please tell me Yoda's laying
Because
pipe
it's
at that age.
pre
Oh my
Star
God.
Wars.
No.
Pipe by lane?
It's what it is that is 7 years after Return of the Jedi. The Mandalorian is,
Yes.
but the trick is though
Pipe by lane.
that could be that baby could actually be the offspring of Yoda and Yaddle, the female one of her species that was on the Jedi Council right now.
Yes, but Yoda's officially dead when this Baby Yoda is here.
Yes, but
he's
a
Baby
Yoda
Yoda.
that size.
Well, a version of that species. Yes.
But that baby could be 50 years old, though, so it's possible because they explained that when like that, he could still be 50 years
First off,
old.
right? Yoda, anything I've ever seen with Yoda, he's barely, he's like actually dust that's just been blown together. And then when his scene is over, the dust blows him to like another scene. He just like creates
He's just
himself.
held together with mud and tar.
Yes. And he's barely walking. But
That
you're gonna tell
robe
me
is
that he's
all
laying
duct
in?
tape.
Yes.
Yeah, until it comes time for him to throw down, and all of a sudden he's jumping around all over the place.
Now here's the thing, okay? You have me hooked. If you merge Yoda with the ladies, man, or something like Deuce Bigelow, Male Jiggle, like if you get a Yoda where he's out there chasing little Yoda-ettes, and like you know what I'm saying? He's got like a crew. Like he's just out at the bar one night. Yoda's out at the bar one night and he's drinking, and then he bumps into Chewie.
Yeah, he's just in Dagobah hanging out.
Chewie's like tied up outside like a dog that's like on like a
horse trough.
Yeah, that's Chewie.
Yeah.
What's his name, right? What's his name is beeping around, right?
R2-D2.
He's collecting the beer bottles, right? Because what's his name is like wiping the beer bottles off, and then that's how the crew begins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's sucking up all the bottle caps
Yes.
to like make robot fixins.
And what's his name? Jar Jar comes in, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy who kisses his sister takes out Jar Jar. There is no Jar Jar in the other movie.
God.
Literally just takes him out, wipes the
The
clear.
guy who kisses his
What?
sister, he calls him.
And now he's a now he's a superstar because he took out Jar Jar. You know what I mean? Like everything's wrapped together in a nice bow. Then I
Guy
start
that
walking.
kisses his sister.
Hans, Yoda, Leia.
Are you good now?
Hey, he's good now.
Are you okay
I went
then?
with it. You
We
should
can-
be happy. This is talking Star Wars. This is
Well, but the thing about it is we're actually waiting to talk until Star Wars because we're still about 30 days away from the actual last movie coming out. So we were actually trying
That's
to.
true.
We were actually
Yeah,
trying to
that's true.
postpone the Star Wars talk for a couple weeks.
You live Star Wars.
But here's the thing: the last episode of The Mandalorian doesn't continue until after Star Wars. So, how is that going to lead into not necessarily each other, but
The problem is you're going to see the First Order coming to power throughout the season of The Mandalorian, I believe, because the First Order takes that many years to. Because this is 1/3 of the way before
the actual war
before it actually starts. So you're actually seeing the Imperial like cells right now fighting for power right now in the Mandalorian. Which one's going to become powerful and which ones are heading out to the outer rims and getting.
What if at the end of it all, right, when the chair turns around,
Mickey Mouse.
what if the machine took over? yeah, exactly. What if it's Mickey? What if it's Goofy? Like, of everything, like, you're just like, wait, Goofy was the guy who had all yuck. You want a Disney and a yuck?
That'd be pretty funny.
That's what needs to happen.
Sparky's like, well, I'd still watch it.
Then I'd have to get myself a Goofy bobblehead.
In the Emperor throne.
I was always taught, keep your mouth shut to make everybody think you're smart instead of opening up your mouth and showing everybody how dumb you really are. Especially on I'm not gonna say it.
You guys are something else.
You have such an unhealthy obsession with incest, bro. It's